is always secondary to the truth of emotional connection. Both of these principles have their counterpart in Butler's teaching of the fictional process. In place of the body, it is the imagination that must be a strong and supple instrument, ready to lead the reader through moment-by-moment sensual experience. And it is in the realm of the unconscious, rather than that of technique or intellect, that the writer seeks fictional truth. I attended Butler's graduate fiction course in the fall of 2001, took copious notes, began applying his advice to my own work, and proposed, because he will not set non-fictional pen to paper, that I would get the lectures out in the world. In the fall of 2002, I attended again, while Butler wore a mini recorder to tape his talks. These were impeccably transcribed by graduate writer Nikki Lewis, and then I set to work to edit them. The lectures are delivered extempore from 5 3x5 cards, from which Butler picks almost at random. Consequently, in the editing, I have cut and shuffled, sometimes incorporating the answer to a student question where it fits into the body of the text. I've tried to snip the ravelings, expunge the repetitions, and sift out the factor of impromptu speech while leaving the informality and energy intact. It's a task closer to proofreading than to translating, but involving a little of both. As Butler frequently points out, his lectures are necessarily the inverse of his advice. He generalizes, analyzes, and abstracts as a way of inveighing against generalization, analysis, and abstraction. His self-declared obsessions have to do with the descent into the dream space of the unconscious, in order to discover the yearning that is at the center of every person and therefore of every character, and with the moment-to-moment sensual experiencing of that character's story. He proposes fiction as the exploration of the human condition and yearning as its compass. He conducts exercises to achieve the dream space. He offers insights into the nature of voice. He is eloquent on fiction as a cinema of the mind, to be experienced by the reader as a sensual series of takes and scenes. And he has devised a system whereby revision is undertaken at the level of structure rather than sentence. Many practitioners and teachers of writing, myself included, have preached free writing, clustering, drafting, and generally making clay, getting any words whatsoever on the page in order to have material to work with. Butler's writing zone is instead a place of meditation on the sense experience of the characters, requiring both patience and a depth of concentration that must be surrendered to and cannot be willed. Yet over and over again, in modes practical and inspiring, Butler's perspective has helped me to my own best writing. In a 1978 journal that turned up as part of Janet Sternberg's anthology, The Writer on Her Work, I complained that the grind, the shit of fiction is the need to shape and construct. Letters flow from me. I always intend to let a novel do the same. Every time I promise myself that I'll do a quick, imperfect draft, but I can't do so. These 3 days have yielded 6 pages, plus an opening about opening the opening that I scrapped entirely, and that are imperfect by a long shot yet. Decisions have to be made in them about character, the focus of the reader's anticipation, tone, that make it impossible to proceed until the decisions are made. Butler's dangerous system of novel construction addresses precisely this perennial problem of the draft writer and offers a way out. It allows the simultaneous emergence of structure, character, and motif. The system is primarily intended for the novel, but I have found it, for both short stories and plays, a way to bypass the gnarled intellectual process that had marred my plotting. Because in the pursuit of sensual truth, Butler so often dismisses concept and abstraction, It's a